Hi, this is Michelle Leahy with Reedy Press. Today I'm joined by Ashley Petry. Ashley is a writer, copy editor with over 15 years of experience covering Midwest travel, food, drink, and arts. She is the author of Our 100 Things to Do in Indianapolis Before You Die, Secret Indianapolis, A Guide to the Weird, Wonderful, and Obscure, and now Indianapolis, an illustrated timeline due to come out here in May, correct? September, I'm sorry. September. I'm super excited about Indianapolis, an illustrated timeline. Ashley, tell me about what are your favorite stories from the book?
Oh goodness, there are so many I could tell. One of my favorites, just because it sounds funny, is the Great Squirrel Invasion of 1822.
Oh.
And so basically what happened was, in 1822, for whatever reason, the trees didn't produce enough nuts to keep the squirrels fed. And so the squirrels were starving to death. So this is bad for the squirrels, obviously. And they descended on Indianapolis one day, just as the farmers were getting ready to harvest their crops, and basically ate everything in sight. It was like a plague of locusts, except it was squirrels. And yeah, it actually was kind of bad for the farmers at the time, but I think it's a super interesting story.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that the squirrels survived. Like that's definitely a good thing. We need a world with squirrels.
Yeah, the farmers survived too.
Yes. What were some things that surprised you during your research for Indianapolis, an illustrated timeline?
Well, one thing that really surprised me, I knew, of course, that Indianapolis had a huge auto industry in the early 1900s. At that time, actually, we were second only to Detroit in terms of manufacturing in the United States. What I didn't realize was that this was connected to the bicycle industry, which had been really big here in the 1890s. The whole country went crazy for bicycles in the 1890s. It wasn't just in Indianapolis. But Indianapolis did have a lot of manufacturers, and a lot of different brands of bicycle were manufactured here. And what that meant was that the entrepreneurs here in Indianapolis were gaining a lot of technical knowledge and engineering knowledge that translated really easily into the automotive industry. And in fact, a lot of people who were big in the cycling industry, the same people you see in the 1910s and 1920s in the local automotive industry.
Very interesting. I also didn't know that about Indianapolis being the second to Detroit in the automotive production.
Sure. Well, that was right about the time that the Indianapolis Motor Speedway was founded, because that was in 1909, and the first Indy 500 was run in 1911. So it's all sort of part of that same industry.
Yeah. What do you hope that your book, Indianapolis, an illustrated timeline, will tell people about your city?
I hope it will show people how the city has changed. We started out basically as a city in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a forest. And now we're one of the largest cities in the country. And I hope people can appreciate that journey and all the effort that went into that journey. And I hope that we can see they can see that now we're a vibrant, dynamic community, and we have a long way still to go. Basically, yeah, we have lots of future potential.
All is well. All is well. Ashley, where can people go to connect with you or maybe pick up a copy of this book when it comes out?
It will be available in all the local boutiques and gift shops and things like that, independent bookstores, as well as the usual places, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and reedypress.com. Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today and for talking about your book. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of that to read all about Indianapolis. And I really enjoy your other two books as well, 100 Things to Do in Indianapolis Before You Die and Secret Indianapolis, A Guide to the Weird, Wonderful, and Obscure. Thank you so much.